Liebe Festivalgäste, es gibt das nächste Event im Seminarraum unten links. Freie Teilnahme, so viele Plätze frei sind. Und zwar geht es um Development of a Micro Tea Factory and the creation of new teas in Myanmar. Super interesting.
Vítejte v Tekuté Krajině, podcastu pro duchovní objevování, individualitu a inspiraci. U mikrofonu je Petr Soukup. Naším tématem se opět stává čaj a posedlost čajem. Třetí listopadový víkend jsme s přáteli vyrazili do Berlína. Touto dobou se zde totiž konal Berlínský čajový festival. Davy lidí se sešly v prostorech, které lze bez nadsázky označit za čajový chrám. Festival se totiž pořádal v kostele a jeho zahradách. V prostorech byla nejrůznější stanoviště reprezentující čajové značky, firmy, obchodníky a umělce, jako třeba čajové keramiky. Moji přátelé zde také měli stánek, sami totiž obchodují s čajem. Možná znáte Tomáše Rajnocha z rozhovoru o čajových rituálech. Nebo jste slyšeli, že jsem s Jakubem Saifem a Krištofem Konrádem měsíc cestoval po čajových horách na severu Vietnamu. Tento dokument z Berlínského čajového festivalu zachycuje setkání záměrná, náhodná i příhodná. Z důvodu nahrávání za hranicemi je většina této epizody v angličtině bez překladu. Na festivalu jsem potkal mnoho nadšenců čajového světa, profesionály i milovníky. Podařilo se mi zkontaktovat zakladatele festivalu a pořídit výpověď jednoho z nich. Připravte si nálev, v klidu se opřete a ponořte se s námi do atmosféry 2 dnů ve společnosti promáčené tejnem. Can you introduce yourself shortly and tell us how you feel here?
Yes, sure. So I'm Otmar de Bruin. I have this tea place called Leaves with Hugs. So this is my passion, this is my hobby, and it's all turned into one. And this is what I love doing. Serving tea, making people happy with tea, and making the world a better place little by little.
Yes, we do, and it's also why we also organize tea ceremonies in the Netherlands, and that's also how we got into tea, by a tea ceremony. So we love to serve tea in that way, and also in our shop you find a lot of teas that are suitable for tea ceremony.
Actually, if I'm honest, I think I still have to land here a bit. Everything was quite hectic, also personally the last couple of weeks. So I feel like I just had my first tea. For now, I'm just experiencing everything that is here, and enjoying the people that come by.
I love just seeing so many familiar faces from the Prague Tea Festival, where we were also, and just meeting people that love tea as much as we do.
Prosím, drobně představ, řekni, co tady provádí. No jasný, to je to nejlepší, to je atmosféra všechno.
Já jsem Jakub Saif, jsem z projektu Tea v Praze a jsme tady na Berlín Tea Festivalu, kde jsem se byl podívat jenom na začátku. Myslím, když to tady bylo poprvé, tak tady bylo mnohem méně lidí, bylo to trošku jinak uspořádaný, tak jsme vlastně překvapení, kolik je tady pijáků čaje německých a evropských, že to tady nebylo v minulosti a jo, je to trošku divoký, ale fajn, zatím si to užíváme docela.
Si by ses mohl drobně představit a říct vlastně, jak třeba jako nejdřív působíš na čajovém poli?
No, my jsme velkou obchod s čajem, asi 20 let a specializujeme se na hlavně čaje z Tajvanu, z Japonska a z Číny.
A to je jméno teda Jiří Melce.
Jiří Melce, ano.
A vlastně, jak se ti tady líbí, co očekáváš od čajového festivalu?
Jako akce je to skvělá, z mého pohledu je to na nádherném místě, dobře zorganizovaný a výborná návštěvnost. Já osobně nemám žádný zvláštní očekávání, jelikož tady jsem jenom jako návštěvník a chci se sejít s některými z našich zákazníků, který tady vystavují. Jako příjemné překvapení jsou, když tady třeba někde je poprvé, co tady postaví za jakoby velkolepý stánek, třeba Toto Kiel, jako v Německu známá firma, tak jsem zíral, že přivezli skoro celý obchod kamenej, který tady postavili, takže to jako působí samozřejmě velkolepě, což je skvělý.
Jak moc se ti zdá ta vlastně čajová komunita mezinárodní?
Velice. Tak ono se to víc a víc propojuje. I tady je to mezinárodnější, je tady celá řada japonských účastníků, nebo třeba i farmářů přímo, který tady budou dělat ochutnávku, což před pár lety, když se to konalo poprvé a podruhé, to nebyly žádný stopy něčeho takového. Takže to je velmi mezinárodní, mi to připadá.
K čemu to směřuje, když se vlastně jako tady objevují právě stopy něčeho takového? Až vím, že se jako objevují nějaký nový zajímavý spolupráce?
Pro mě to třeba bylo pěkný, že se tady objevil farmář, se kterým už leta spolupracujeme, takže jsem ho poprvé mohl vidět, jelikož pár let do Japonska cestovat nebylo možné. Takže to byla skvělá příležitost se potkat a popovídat si s ním. Takže z toho jsme měli oba velkou radost. Že to je výborný, když i farmáři vidí, co se tady vlastně děje, jaký je tady velikánský zájem, že to může být pro něj velká motivace se angažovat ohledně vývozu do evropských zemí, protože máme často zkušenost, že jsou některý velmi zdrženliví nebo úzkostliví, že když jim napíšeme, tak nejsou žádné reakce a když se s někým povídám, proč to je, tak slyšíme často, že oni neví třeba vůbec, jakoby, co s tím dělat, nebo jak reagovat, nebo
že jak... tu komunitu, nebo nevěří tomu, že tady je taková spousta lidí, možná?
To ani ne, ale neví, jak to třeba organizačně vůbec dělat, nebo jestli je zájem, nebo jo, je taková velká nejistota. Takže když tady jsou lidi, kteří to zažijou, že to není těžký, že tady je velký zájem, že to může být i pro ty japonský farmáře, pro některý, který se to doví velká motivace.
Tak ahoj, já jsem Aga z Flafity. Jsem v Berlíně na festivalu čajů a keramiky a je to tady docela hustý. Jako nejenom, že je obsazeno všude, ale je to fajn, příjemná atmosféra, obrovský prostor a nádherný prostor, takže přála bych si, aby v Praze takový prostor taky jako Praha pronajmovala na takové akce, takže je to fajn, je to skvělý, že to je tady, kdyby se mi...
Je to vlastně takový kostel, víš? Máš to takový jako pocit toho génia loci?
Já vidím tu architekturu v tom, víš, jakože, jak to je pěkný, prostě ty barvy, ty světla, jak prostě, no hlavně tu architekturu. Já si užívám, co přijde, co je, co bude, co bylo. A já jsem přijela hlavně se stejně vidět s lidma. To, že tady mám stánek, je taková jako polonáhoda. Za to jsem ráda vlastně, že to můžu vyzkoušet i takhle, v Berlíně hlavně. Ale očekávání nemám. Já už jsem ji všechno splnila, vidím známý, jsem tady, užívám si, nemrznu, je to super.
Can you shortly introduce yourself and tell us what is your profession, because it's so fascinating?
Sure. My name's Alicia Gentili. I'm a tea making consultant. I travel around Europe and the US helping small tea gardens transform their leaves into finished tea.
How long do you do that?
Just 1 year. I've been working in tea for about 10 years, and I was managing a tea estate in the UK for about 3 years and making tea in the US for 1 year. So me starting this consultancy business is pretty new.
How long do you think it is about to take until Europe has its own big sustainable production of tea?
Oh, I think it's already happening right now, honestly. It's hard to sell commercially just because the scale of some of the farms in Europe, but the Netherlands has quite a prominent growing scene, France, Wales, Italy, so I think it's only a matter of time before it becomes more available on the market.
What are the opportunities that or some unique properties of the product that the farmers can offer?
Well, teas grown in new regions obviously come with new terroir, so totally new flavors. They're teas that have never been made before with flavors that have never been experienced, which is super exciting. And I think one of the most important things about growing tea in Europe is agrotourism. So a lot of people are very uneducated on what tea is and where it comes from, so more teas farms coming up in Europe gives the opportunity to show people really the amount of work and artisanal practices it takes to make a nice cup of tea.
Is it hard to sell European tea?
It's not. You just need to have the right market, again, because the cost of labor is much more expensive than traditional tea growing regions, so you need to find people that are willing to pay a premium price. But usually once people know the amount of effort it takes, they are willing. And there's a huge farm to table movement, so more people are becoming conscious consumers and want to know where their tea's coming from and want to buy locally, so I do think that there's a huge market for it.
What specifically do you help with?
So I help anything from farm to cup, really. So people that want to start new tea gardens, I help them source seeds. I advise in planting advice. Once the tea plant's established, I help them. I can teach how to harvest and also help show people how to use traditional orthodox machinery, rolling machines, dryers. I'm pretty familiar with quite a lot of machinery, so that can help. Also, a lot of tea growers are planting the plant fine, but then they just don't really know what to do with the leaf afterwards to make a nice cup of tea. So I go in and kind of help people adjust their processing methods to try to create the best flavors from their terroir.
Wow. is there some sort of difficult situation that you had to overcome when you during the seed planting or with the seeds and stuff like that?
Yeah, totally. There's a lot of difficulties because this is new. It's new tea growing regions. No one's done it before, so we don't really know how the plants are going to acclimate to this. We don't really know what kind of pests and diseases there are to overcome, which is huge. And yeah, just kind of making sure that the plants survive. You can't pick the plants until they're about 3 to 5 years old. So making sure they stay alive that long is a challenge in itself. People also need to be a little bit more patient in Europe. You know, we're kind of more used to this fast-paced instant culture where I think a lot of people don't understand that it takes a lot of time and patience. And it's really a labor of love when you go into tea. You really have to eat, sleep, and breathe tea to make it successful and make it work.
And drink tea, right? Yes. How long do you drink tea? How long do you love tea?
Oh my gosh, I've been drinking and enjoying tea for maybe 20 years now. So yeah, it's a really big part of my life, and it's a journey. You learn more every single day. It's just a great experience, and I wouldn't want to do anything else.
Do you think there is something spiritual about tea? Something that does tea belong in a church as we are right now?
I think tea belongs everywhere, honestly. That's one of the things I love about it so much. It creates such a mindful practice. It's something you can do by yourself in solitude to really appreciate the moment and kind of like, be present and introspective, and I love that. But it's also a really social drink as well. It can bring a lot of people together. You can, chat, not chat. It's just a really comfortable drink that I think belongs everywhere.
Thank you very much. Can you please introduce yourself to the audience and tell us what is this festival?
Yes, certainly. Hello, my name is Morten, and I'm one of the founding members of the festival. And back in 2018, we decided that we want to bring a tea festival to Berlin, because Berlin has many kind of festivals, but actually no tea festival. And me and my friends, also Alex and Yinu Huema, and also I Jönsen are parts of the team. And we saw the festival happening like this in other countries, in Sydney, for example. And then we came with the idea here. And then, back in 2018 it happened.
Have you ever been to Prague Tea Festival?
Yes, been to Čajový a couple of times. I haven't been to the new tea festival, which happens now in February, I think.
Yes, it is.
I'm planning to go there next year. But I certainly also took inspiration from Čajový, even though in its nature it's very different, because this festival is indoors at winter time and not outdoors.
How did you find this amazing place?
Yeah, we were back then looking for venues. And we had a couple in mind. It's always hard to find a venue which is affordable in Berlin. This one is also not affordable or cheap, but we came to the church and felt like the church can give tea maybe the best. Just a very good scenery of how to enjoy tea, the high ceiling, the lots of light, so tea can really shine all the way.
Is it sort of spiritual experience to you as well? Is it church?
Not to me personally. I mean, there's certainly spirit in here, and I think it can only do good. And it's not religious or anything, but I think it's just tea is something that should be cherished, and I think you should also maybe cherish in church. So maybe this goes along very well.
Very good. How much work is it to organize a tea festival like that?
Tremendous amount of work. Of course, the first year we did it, 2018, was the hardest work because we didn't really know the venue yet. It usually starts with looking around and finding for venues, making adjustments, what can we afford, what can we not afford. And none of us ever did a festival before. We are all basically complete beginners, and we all have our other jobs, so we had to work ourselves into it a lot. Like this year now, in the beginning we decided to do it in May, and we made it happen in November in 2018. And now I would say like the 2 to 3 months before are the hardest time. And then in between the last week before is just crazy. But yeah, once you've done a festival, you have a resource to go back to.
How are you satisfied? Do you like the atmosphere?
It's wonderful. I think it also comes with the church. People are very friendly, very chill. I think it has to do with the tea people as well. Tea people are chill. And we always get good feedback. Of course, we had to limit the entrance today. We couldn't offer day tickets because we were simply sold out. It was getting too full. So people were, of course, a little disappointed. Which is a good sign. Too many people want to come. So you also have to manage that. But generally, I'm very happy. Yes, and also about the exhibitors. I'm very happy about the exhibitors we have. We have beautiful tea pottery. We have amazing teas. So when I first came up with the idea of doing it, I wanted to make a tea festival which I would personally love to go to. And when I come here, I can totally say that.
by the amount of people that are here, the exhibitors. It can't be any better. And we have seminars, we have like workshops throughout the day. I think it's, for a tea lover, an amazing experience.
Last question.
Yeah.
How long are you into tea?
15 years. Around 15 years.
There's always somebody nice to talk with, and
já jsem měl smělej plán, že si dneska koupím klobouk v Berlíně. Tady je všechno docela dost. Oni mají všechny zavřené. Dneska už to nestihnu.
Kdo mě představíš a řekneš, s kým tady seš, co tady děláš? Takhle.
Já se jmenuji Krištof Konrád, jsem tady s Meety a prodáváme tady čaj, který prodáváme v Praze a dovážíme ho do Evropy. A je tady strašně moc lidí, ale vypadá to, že je to všechny baví a že je baví i naše čaje, tak to mi přijde důležitý.
Jsou to gale, je to jako hodně té práce?
Tyjo, jsem docela překvapený, je tady fakt jako hodně lidí. A já jsem tady minulý rok nebyl, ale hodně lidí, co tady bylo minulý rok, tak říká, že letos je to úplně jako nářez, že tady to je úplně plný, mnohem víc lidí, takže jako za mě dobrý, akorát už jsem z toho trochu přelidněnej, no.
To říkali u jiných stánků, že jsou docela přelidněný. Co místo, jako jak si líbí vlastně to úžasné místo?
Kostel se mi líbí moc, ale my jsme venku ve stanu vyhřívaném, takže to se mi zase tak nelíbí. Nicméně lidi do toho stanu stejně dorazili, takže máme formulu i tady, takže jako co se týče nějakého biznisového hlediska, tak asi dobrý. A kostel je krásný, ale z toho stanu ani není vidět, takže tak, no.
To mi mrzí. Ale jinak jako lidi jsou, jako, jak s váma komunikují lidi, jsou jako rádi, jak se jim líbí čaje?
Jo, jako lidi jsou hrozně milí, my tady potkáváme spoustu známých tváří, lidí, co nás znají, ale samozřejmě hromady lidí, co nás neznají. A myslím si, že super. Jako na to, že neumíme nikdo tady německy, tak se domluvíme anglicky vždycky úplně v pohodě. Je to jako milý. Lidi od čaje jsou vždycky v pohodě nějak. Jako.
Tak ahoj, já jsem Alice a čaj už piju asi 10 let a čaj jsem se dostala přes Čínu, protože jsem studovala sinologii a mám ráda čaj hlavně kvůli tomu, jaká kultura vlastně se v něm skrývá a to, že spojuje lidi a nejenom v Asii, ale vlastně i po celém světě.
Tak. Se mi líbí.
Moc se mi tady líbí, je to jeden z nejzajímavějších čajových festivalů, na kterým jsem byla v Evropě. Chtělo by to možná jakoby delší čas, třeba aspoň 2-3 dny, ale jinak se mi tady moc líbí.
Kolik jsi utratil peněz? Je to tady jako takový šopaholický, ne?
Jo, je to určitě. Samozřejmě už jsem asi 3-4 čaje koupila, ale snažím se krotit, takže... Ale samozřejmě je to drahá záležitost.
A keramika?
Ne, keramiku jsem si zakázala naštěstí hlavně kvůli převozu a tak dále.
Well, I'm Rafael. It's not very common for me to drink tea, but I come to know tea by Alice. I have been experimenting how tea is actually being experiencing it, coming to festivals, and little by little I'm getting more and more interested into it. I believe that this is a very good way to just get into it and understand how everything works. So I really appreciate these opportunities, and I hope that I will be doing it more in the future.
How do you like the place? How do you like the atmosphere and the people?
Yeah, it is quite interesting. Like there are many people that have really a lot of experience with tea, and they are all kind of people, old people, young people, from Germany, from Europe, from Asia, and it's very interesting to see how tea is like kind of mixing everyone together and getting to know each other. So it's kind of a bridge between everyone. Yeah.
Well, I absolutely love tea. Tea is a very important part of my culture. We like to have black tea with cardamom and cinnamon, and also with milk. And I wanted to see what different teas are like because I prefer tea over coffee. And that's why I came here. I come from the UK, but I came to visit Berlin for something else, and I found out that there was a tea festival, and I was like, well, I want to try out different teas, and today I tried white tea for the first time, white tea from Laos, and also from China, and that was very delicious, very light. Apparently the most expensive tea, white tea, so I ended up not buying one. But I tried it. Yeah, so that's the most important thing. And I wouldn't have been able to do it if I hadn't come here.
This is very nice.
Yeah.
So is it for you like meeting new tea, or are you meeting new people as well?
I think both. I think both. trying out different teas, but also meeting people and seeing what brought people here. I've met some interesting people. Also had some good food. I had Korean bao for the first time. A lot of first times today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good luck with your podcast.
Yes, so this is very specific mix. It's a Yeguan Bai and Dunfan Meijing. Dunfan Meijing, it's a Taiwanese oolong, but this is not from Taiwan. It's from the mainland China. But this company exported to Taiwan. My name is Sergey Shevelev. I'm the founder of Moi Chai International. We operate a chain of tea houses internationally. Now we are located in 4 countries currently. So the biggest branch is in Russia, because I'm from Russia. But I moved because of the war to Europe, and now we have a branch in Netherlands. So here I represent our Dutch brand, and actually it works independently. Also, we have branches in Georgia, Armenia, and now playing one in Spain, in Barcelona, and in Thailand, Phuket. And also new countries to come. It's a concept of tea houses mostly, but also we have tea bars. Also, we have our own production of tea in Georgia, Thailand, now Vietnam soon. And also we produce herbal tea and pottery. So we have also dozen of facilities to supply our own chain with our own production. Shortly like that. I speak Chinese. I used to live in China for 10 years, and I wrote book, Geography of Chinese Tea. I'm a big tea lover myself, so for me it was from beginning not a business, and still not a business only thing. Even more preferably, I focus on culture, but somehow it developed it into business because of our partners who are more money oriented, and they organize business process. I mostly work on culture level, and also tea testing, and also sourcing. This is my main priorities.
You have just finished a workshop. What was the workshop about?
That was about mixology. I like to mix tea with tea. Not so often people do that, because regularly you add something into tea, like flower, herbs, some chemical aromatizers, whatever. But I like to mix the tea because it's enough. You can mix oolongs with some red teas, or some different types of oolongs together, or Shenpur and Dansun oolong, whatever. So I like to make these combinations. They're all the time pretty special, and I really was passionate to share it, because people don't know that it exists, and they don't know that it can do that, and can find a lot of completely new tastes inside the same thing you already know.
Can you tell about your famous book?
Actually it was 6 years work, and after, because it firstly was written in Russian, which is my native language. I'm Georgian myself, but I grew up in Russia. And after I just during my travelings in China, I start to write everything I see, also filming the blog. I have one of the biggest blogs on YouTube in Russian language. It's 170,000 subscribers. So it's the biggest Russian blog about tea for Russian-speaking people all around the world. We have a lot of subscribers of all ex-Soviet Union countries, but a lot of also in Europe now, because millions Russian-speaking Ukrainian people, Belarusian people also here, and they look me, and this is why they know me, and this help us to develop the company, because our core was from very beginning this crowd, and later, But about the book, actually, it took 6 years. I wrote some articles during travels, some notes, and later first it was just articles on my website, and later I decided to combine it to something, and I made also dozens of photos, also videos. So all inside the book I have a QR code which leads to the videos about the same region, the same specific type of tea or technology. And I do believe it's interesting. It's kind of a guide for those who want to travel to China, to Taiwan, and to find some teas by themselves. It can be tea lovers, it can be business people, it can be whatever. If you're interested in tea in China, it's a guidebook actually. They've pretty detailedly explained where to go for tea, not just to the market, but to a real region of the tea. So this is a guidebook, and also this guidebook for some tea factories, which is outside China, and which want to implement some Chinese technology. There are some pretty detailedly explained technology production, because we also run our own tea factories, and for us it's also kind of important, and I think it's a practical book. But also for those who love tea, just tea lovers, it's kind of a Bible. It's 500 pages, and now I also write maybe there will be third edition with more pages added, because there are more tea regions in China, and not only in China. Now I developing a lot in outside of China, Vietnam, Thailand, Japan, whatever, and we see that tea world is much bigger. Yeah.
Are you satisfied with today, or maybe over-socialized?
I never feel over-socialized. I think it's wonderful, and I like when people come to tea, because I do believe that tea really helps to people to open up themselves, to find new. It's also a healthy habit, which I like. It's not drugs, it's not alcohol. It's still, we can be addicted to tea, but it's good addiction and a healthy addiction in a way. And I like the people going for that. And I also, it's a good festival. It was last year for the first time. It was that time in this space, not here in the church. Before I only heard about it. And we really, like and appreciate the organizers for such good event, which really promote the tea culture in general. And good that they call so much participants from all around Europe, and not only tea producers, tea vendors, whatever, some culture program, which I sadly not had no time to participate, but tomorrow I will have some masterclass in this space, and it's good to have some more activities even outside of the place, and during yesterday and today and tomorrow, so it's a good event. I like it.
Skořice má takovou zelenou složku.
Na festivalu jsem potkal mnoho zajímavých keramiků s nejrůznějšími příběhy a dovednostmi. Mezi nimi i starší dámu jménem Urlike Seilacher, která tvoří keramiku již 40 let.
I studied ceramics in Kassel in Germany, and I started there with the wood firing. And since then I have been doing wood firing and with different kind of kilns. And I think I wouldn't be doing ceramics if I wouldn't be able to use a wood firing kiln, because it's so, there are so many possibilities, and I always find like a new way where I can go, because I would not stay with something now nice, it always has to go on for me,
You have beautiful details. How long do you exactly do ceramics?
Oh, that was 40 years ago. I started at the beginning of the 80s, and that was like a ceramic boom in that time, and we were selling quite well, especially to collectors. I made ceramics, vases, and always pieces that can be used, but artistic single pieces. And times have changed a lot, and then there was a time when we hardly sold any ceramics, and now it's nice because young people, they appreciate again what even all that is hand done, and they appreciate the pieces, and they see the difference to things made in a factory. I enjoy that now. I find like new ways, and this was an experiment for me to sell on a special tea event. I've never done that, but I do a lot of tea bowls. Because it's so nice, because they have their place in daily life. You can use the
Are you satisfied with how they turned out? Did you sell well?
I have not sold so much, but I have got to know very nice and interesting people, and there's a lot of connection, and I think this will give me a way more with the tea, and it was also very interesting for me to see all this world of tea.
Mezi přednáškami, setkáními a workshopy druhého dne se náhle prostorem začala rozlévat hudba. Zeptal jsem se pianistky, jestli si mohu pár minut nahrát na rekordér a poté je použít v dokumentu. Souhlasila. Tak jsem poznal Melinu Purbu.
Hi, my name is Melina. So I'm here at the Sea Space Berlin for the tea festival. So my friend Lavia asked me that maybe I can play some songs here. So I just play 3 songs of mine, my own songs, my original. This is the things like with when you ask me, like the second song, it's called Cacophony. So that song will release soon in musical platforms. But the other two, honestly, I don't know the title yet because music comes to me like the songs I created normally is I wake up in the morning, I just go to the piano and it's just flowing, and normally I just like create the title after I have the melody, so it's just flowing, and I like the mood that I create because I like to create music. It's about atmosphere, it's about feeling, so I like it. So when it sounds good, and it can be, and then I like it, and I will just play it, and I will release it. So I found like beautiful melody, and then I just like develop it more, become like really a full one song. So yeah, but my song is more, it's like a theatrical, a bit cinematic. I like to involve feeling on it. Sometimes my song is like up and down like human. Sometimes you're happy and then sometimes you're sad, and I just like mix it in one song. I like to do it. Something like that is piano is music for me. It's like more expressing feelings and expressing something that words cannot describe.
Is there some sort of possibility to find your songs on like Apple Music or Spotify?
Yeah, I have it. My name is Melina Purba, but at the moment I only like have one song there. I just start one to release more this next year. I will release more songs and doing more concerts. I will collaborate with cellists, with a cello player, and yeah, my Apple Music and Spotify name is Melina Purba, and my Instagram as well, so you can check on it. So when you want to know, yeah, sure, of course, yeah.
Jak se cítíte, kluci, teď po celém tom zápřehu, po tom šíleném dni, bylo to hodně práce?
Jo, bylo to hodně práce, ale dobrý.
Když to v někam zmizel, Kubo?
Jo, chvílema to bylo úplně šílený, ale jak to mělo takový fakt svižný tempo, hezký, tak já jsem spokojen. Je to trošku zase jiný styl, než jaký je třeba čajomír nebo český akce samozřejmě. Vyzkoušeli jsme si něco nového a hlavně jediný naše očekávání od téhle akce, nebo jediný účel, se kterým jsme sem jeli, bylo dát aspoň tak trochu vědět světu o tom, že existujeme a že máme ten anglický e-shop, což je sice hezký, že ho máme už půl roku, ale zároveň o něm nikdo neví, takže myslím si, že ty odezvy tady byly hezký. Potkali jsme hromadu lidí, kteří nás znají a který jsme ani nevěděli, že nás znají, že nás třeba sledujou, a x lidí říkalo, že rozhodně se těší, až přijedou do studia, tak to mi přijde skvělý. S tím jsem hrozně spokojený, z toho mám radost. No. A jinak jsem utahaný jak kotě.
Jak bys to shrnul, jak se dneska máš?
Mám se jako dobře, ale po těch kolika hodinách, teď je 7 a jsme tady od 10, no tak prostě už jsme unavený, no, všichni. A bylo tady hodně lidí, tak...
A to jedno slovo, jak jsi říkal, to se mi docela líbilo?
Jo, zombie, to vystihuje docela dobře, myslím, no.
Hluboko v noci, když dozněly poslední aktivity posledního dne, nasedli jsme na autobus a vyrazili do Prahy. Tomáš Rajnoch vytáhl své drobné banjo a jen tak zlehka na něj brnkal, dokud se většina z nás neponořila do spánku.